So they're so stupid. These people, like...
Exactly.
I don't say they're so stupid.
It is.
They're just so ignorant.
Yes.
Bottom line, they're just so ignorant because the only book they read is the Bible. Or, like, just... They don't understand how to, like, properly research just to check who's writing the article that you're reading, what their affiliation is, because there's no such thing as unbiased media anymore.
Right.
So...
Right. Everybody's voicing all the media outlets are voicing their own personal fucking opinions, which...
Or someone else's agenda, like whoever bid the most for that person's opinion will get paid. So, and everybody wants a headline right away. So it's one thing to like read a headline, but you also have to like research. Like, remember when I was saying that on my block, how that girl I had heard, I didn't even see it. I just heard how she was white and she wasn't she was pro-Trump, anti-immigrant, which was only half true,
right? Because it was technically her parents, and she is Latina.
Yes, and although she did identify with like a more conservative, like, so. Right. Bottom line, she's a kid anyway, so
right?
She still has her parents' view. Anyhow, so, but my thing is like I'm gonna look into that before I just say something, before I just hate on someone. So actually, like, who's writing the article? Like, what is it about? What are these facts? Okay, you say this. Well, let me go double check that. You know, you say 1 in 6 of this happened. Well, let me check for myself. So it's just a generation that is used to trusting the newspapers.
Yep. And technically you never really could, but it at least on the surface seemed more trustworthy 20 years ago. And it wasn't as malicious.
But also through the internet. It really changed everything because...
Clickbait.
Everybody...
headlines and shit like that.
Yes, that have the story the first, and whether it's true or not, you just want the headline, and then you'll research it later before somebody else comes up with a story. So this man, like I said, like, who knows where he's getting his information from, but bottom line, like, he's poisoned in the brain because, like, have you ever seen a liberal go out of their way to ask you why you're wearing a MAGA hat?
Or to change your views about anything.
No, and if they're trying to change your view, it's probably because you brought the shit up in the first place.
Right. I never really see liberals as trying to change their views. They state their points. Yeah,
like every once in a while. But anyways, the thing is, like, so these types of people, and it's always Trump people, the Christian people, who have to go out of their way to bother somebody. Like, why did he have to go? And also they only do it when it's convenient. Like, she was by herself.
Right.
So it's very easy for him to go pick up. Like, I know people in my life who will be the same way. Like, bring up shit, go out of their way. And it's kind of like, well, shit, man. Like, what is really going on? Like, if you get off on making people
uneasy, uncomfortable, make them feel less than you are.
Yeah, if that's what you get off on, then there's something going on. And maybe you need to address that than having hate for some subset of people.
Does it seem to you like it's happening more to women? It's happening
vigorous support for one's country.
And then, like, on top of that, they're ignorant. He's like, the U.S. doesn't own Puerto Rico. Okay, figure out the correct words for it. Yes, it's not owned. But whatever, nigga, you're still fucking wrong. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, essentially, the U.S. does own Puerto Rico.
But it's not, you don't say own, though. There's a fucking word for it. It's a U.S. territory.
Jones Act. No, okay, so it's not just a U.S. territory. Like, Puerto Rico can only get, they cannot vote for the U.S. president when they live in Puerto Rico.
I have a friend that's family is from there, and she was telling me that even the goods and services that they produce there in Puerto Rico cost them more money there, or even our U.S. goods that we produce cost them more money, like way more money. They said she told me something crazy, like they fucking ship their shit out and ship it back to them. Like the shit they produce in Puerto Rico. And that's why it costs so much, because they got to pay all these port fees and all this shipping and all this shit when it never had to leave the island in the first place. Some weird ass loophole on consumer goods produced in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Okay, so all goods shipped between U.S. has to be transported by U.S. vehicles, and they have to be operated by mainly Americans. So they can't even ship their own goods. And they have all kinds of weird citizenship issues.
She was telling me, like, there's a divide between, I think this is coming up again in an election, there's a divide between Puerto Ricans that want to separate from the U.S. and want to continue to be a part of the U.S. And I'm not too sure the argument on both sides, but she said it's like 50-50. It's not like one way or the other. And I was thinking, like, why the fuck would you guys want to continue to be a part of this?
So I don't know. Puerto Rico is just, yeah. It's America. These people, bottom line is, it's America, and these people are just so full of hate. And, like, they're just, like, very, like, ethnocentric and egocentric because they think that they should have all these things. It's like, well, this is America, so go out and get it. Quit blaming somebody else for it.
Right.
That's what this country was founded on. So, you know, sorry, figure it out. Don't hate.
But half of the people that are saying this shit are like, they don't even have it themselves.
You never see a liberal yelling at somebody like freaky, like even the video. Like you go on Breitbart and stuff like that. You can look at, like, they'll have crazy videos, but if you research that video, then you'll find out that it's actually like it's a clip from some other country at a different event. Like that's totally like happened to me before. Like somebody's sent me a link and I'm like, wait a minute, like this looks weird. And like that's what I'm talking about. Like they just like go off of like, oh yeah, this did happen. Like I saw it on the news. Like first of all, that like it's not like, sorry, like that's like you should reevaluate your news because this article is talking about protests in America, yet they have a video from Germany.
Oh, who the fuck did that? Somebody just did that recently. Oh, damn it. It was the NFL. It was the damn Trump administration with the NFL. They tried to show, back in the days, the NFL kneeling during the ceremony. Oh, it was fucking the news. It was like Today's Show or one of those. It was Fox News. Fuck it. And they showed, you know, back in the days, these teams, these players fucking nailing. And they were like, look, see. And turns out, no, dude, we used to pray before the games. They were praying. But they spun it like, oh, here's another fucking protest back then.
So what they did is they took out prayer and they instituted the National Anthem, which didn't even start until, it hasn't even been 10 years.
I don't think that's true. Televised for 10 years.
They didn't stand for the anthem.
Oh, right, okay.
Until 2009.
Okay.
So they haven't even been standing for 10 years.
But all of a sudden now. Every time I talk about it, I want to say us niggas. I want to say niggas. Because that's how you guys are that's how you guys are literally treating us.
Yeah.
Niggers.
Yeah, so it's like, do you continue supporting like an institution like this? Like when I was during fantasy football, actually, zero of our dollars went to the NFL or anything. I never bought a shirt, especially because like I'm from LA County, and our team's been switching it up lately. So I ain't even like, I need to make sure that these stadiums is built before I pledge allegiance to a team.
Oh shit! Well, I already got my damn team, so.
Well, the Rams, for me, because LA Rams, and then the Chargers, because they're
the Chargers
LA.
Is my team. Before my Chargers been my team since San Diego.
Yeah,
I'm always gonna be I always fucking ride with California. Yeah, I don't care like if it's Oakland or it's Golden State Warriors. I don't give a fuck. California. Speaking of that. All these bandwagon ass motherfuckers jumping on the Lakers just because LeBron came.
LeBron James.
I've been a Lakers fan since I was a damn baby, okay? I haven't paid any attention to the Lakers for the last 3 years. I'm not jumping on no bandwagon. I'm still a goddamn Laker fan. Never stopped being a damn Laker fan. I don't give a fuck if LeBron James is coming to the Lakers. Who gives a fuck?
Did you see that? Oh my god.
Judy went to take an Earl break.
So there's this meme that came out where there's like a mural, Lakers mural with LeBron James, and it has Kobe like spraying over it.
Right, exactly.
But because it said like the king of the Lakers, LeBron James, and Kobe. Like,
no. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm not even hating on LeBron. Fine, come here. I don't care. Good, come here. But
everybody wants to come here.
Like,
anyway.
I'm not about to just. I don't know. That's fine. More fans, whatever. Just don't call me a goddamn bandwagoner, and I don't give a fuck if LeBron came to the Lakers. Just like I didn't give a fuck about Lonzo Ball.
Sorry, I forgot to pass it.
I don't give a fuck about Lonzo Ball either.
Yeah, I have not watched the Lakers in over 10 years. I think it was like early 2000s that I stopped watching them. It just, at some point, like, I feel like after the Lakers won the back-to-back-to-back, and it was dope. But then, like, after that, their egos just got too big, and instead of it being a team sport, all of a sudden it's an individual.
Right.
Instead of, like, the team.
It was the Kobe and Shaq show at some point.
Kobe, Shaq, that's what Allen Iverson, like, so.
Allen Iverson was never on the Lakers.
I know. I know. But I'm just saying, like, listing other
showboating ass motherfuckers.
Which, if you, like, side note, did you ever watch the Allen Iverson documentary?
I know about it, but I haven't.
Dude,
he got blackballed, right?
Yeah, like, for no reason, too.
Because of the way he dressed and his hair. It was because he was too black. He's the one that started wearing the bigger fucking shorts and shit. He was the one not dressing in suits coming to the games.
Yeah. But
he was getting in trouble. He was smoking weed. He was doing all kinds of shit outside of basketball, too.
Oh, and that's another thing, like, cannabis and the NFL.
Mm-hmm. So we started off this conversation, just to run it back, we started off this conversation talking about the NFL and talking about LaShawn McCoy. We didn't really touch on that too much, but just...
We should just talk about it now.
Politics, yeah.
Let's just segue into it.
Okay.
So, with the NFL, it's Martellus Bennett saying 89% of NFL players use marijuana.
Bennett is the shit, too.
And running back Mike James is the first player in history to file a therapeutic use exemption for cannabis.
Because it's a very important thing to... I mean, everybody knows this, but as soon as these dudes get injured... They're trying to nurse them back to health as soon as possible. They're giving them all kinds of painkillers. They're giving them all kinds of drugs to try to mend them back to health. Unnecessary surgeries or necessary surgeries, and then with these surgeries, now you got to have Percocets. Now you have to have all these drugs. And look, if you don't get back to your full capabilities, they don't give a fuck. You're out of here. A lot of those people don't have guarantees in their contracts. When you get hurt, you're done. Only the special elite people have guarantees. What's his face? What's the oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Pretty boy on a New England Patriots quarterback. What's his name? Oh god, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, that he has got a guarantee he can get hurt.
I just see his teeth. Giselle Bündchen.
Yeah,
Giselle's man.
Yeah, he can get hurt and still get paid.
Also, he's vegan, like 9 months out of the year.
And then what?
He eats meat in the wintertime.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of native peoples would do too.
Oh. So that's kind of like the same thing like a bear would do, or any kind of wild animal would do is like stock up for the winter. You don't want to eat all that heavy shit in the summer.
Right, kind of, yeah. So, since we're not sleeping, then so anyways. But so yes, they do not get adequate medical care. We said, like, what is her name? The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, Portia.
Yeah, how Portia, like, she said it perfectly when her husband was injured and trying to get
Cordell
back.
Stewart.
Yes.
There we go. I was like,
yes. So she said that they're treated like cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they're not men. You said they're slaves.
They're slaves, and they're also treated like boys. Like you said, they're not men. They're boys. Yeah, you're my son. They're
a commodity now. You're not, like, they're indispensable. Like, their careers are so short. A, because they get injured so much, and B, because they will just keep flipping them for another one.
And they, like, you think they're not replaceable, but they're very replaceable. We can get somebody just as strong, just as fast as you to crash through this line.
Mm-hmm.
And to break your neck. And we can just get somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So we're also telling them, like, their pay is quite low unless you're...
Yes, the $450,000 is the lowest paid. So, yeah.
Really? That sounds high. No. For 1 year?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty high.
450,000? No, I just checked it.
Mm.
And it's not even high when people are getting paid.
I know that. But
double.
Triple. But I'm just saying, I could have sworn like the minimal NFL player could get paid was a lot less than that. But I don't know.
Well, a starter's salary.
Yeah, I'm talking about the lowest anybody in it. No, I'm not talking about starters. I'm talking about what's the lowest you can get paid. There's a minimal cap.
The league minimum base salary is $450,000.
But you said for a starter.
No.
There's only like 16 starters out of like 80 people on the team.
The league minimum base salary.
All right. That seems pretty fucking high.
You want it to be less?
I don't want it to be less. I just was under the impression that it was about 200. Not even. I was under the impression it was like 180. And then I brought that up as far as the WNBA also because I thought it was like 60. We don't have to dwell on it. Still, 450,000 that's still not a lot of money considering the physical.
Okay, so for first round, this is first round rookie salary projections.
Yeah, that's first round though.
But no. The 4 year, let's see, there's a minimum base. That's what it says. There's a minimum base. So it doesn't matter whether they're rookie or whatever. It just says the minimum base. They could get bonuses and make more.
And then what was the cheerleader shit?
100.
No, was it the cheerleaders like 30-something thousand a year or something stupid?
Oh yeah, maybe it was even 20.
Okay, so
yeah, so they have all these injuries. They're treated like cattle. They're a commodity. Are we going to continue patronizing this institution? Because ultimately, this institution is it's just to further patriotism. It's just to further the agenda. So it's like something to unite the people. So that way you're caught up with professional sports. You're caught up trying to find out stats and looking and watching games instead of what's really going on in the world.
It's just a sport, Judy.
Okay.
It's just a sport. You can't say like, oh, this is a distraction from politics. No, it's not. That's why I said there's an and. You can do this and you can do that. Just because I watch football doesn't mean that's my only focus.
I'm not saying, I know that. So I know that. But for the general population, the man that is going to approach the lonely Puerto Rican woman,
mm-hmm.
It's that much easier to get this man to like further this idea of patriotism when he's like watching American football on Sunday
Okay, I'll tie it in because I don't like that comment, but what I will tie it to
Okay, well, never mind. Just take that part
I'm gonna
out,
make
whatever.
it make sense because the whole conversation.
Yeah, maybe I'm not explaining it right.
The whole conversation behind the NFL is what's bearing on this false patriotism. It's making you think that these players are not kneeling for the flag. So this is a sport that's now making a whole bunch of people get pissed off at a whole bunch of black men because they're protesting something. But the misconception is that you're protesting the flag and that you're protesting America, when no, you're protesting police brutality. So yes, I can see where you say like, if all these white American Trump supporters are supporting this sport, then they're also supporting this discrimination and this bigotry and this treating them like a boy and a slave,
yes,
and not a man.
And also the sport is used to further
that agenda.
Yes. That's right. What I'm saying.
Like, we shouldn't even be, this is football. My point, this is football. Why are we talking about this shit? This is a sport. No, it shouldn't be a distraction from that. I can do this and I can do that. Why are you mixing my football with this? Why am I thinking about Donald Trump watching fucking football? But you sound like you're saying like, you shouldn't be watching football. You should just be thinking about this.
No, that's not what I'm...
But that's what I felt like I clarified it maybe a little bit.
Yeah, because that's not... Yeah, I was saying it like all jumbled up. But, yes, that you are correct.
I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it takes two to make a thing go right. We have to work it out together.
Yeah. What am I thinking?
So, yeah. So that also goes into like, you're talking about like cannabis in the NFL. It should definitely be allowed. There's a time and a place for it. I mean, like, professional athletes are disciplined for the most part. Not all of them, but most of them. I was just listening to Iman Shumpert in an interview just yesterday. He's an NBA player married to Tiana Taylor, who's a singer. And he was saying, like, no, man, like that, because they're really super sexually, like, you can just see them, like, sex just oozes off the both of them. You, like, people just look at them like, goddamn, y'all probably have a real good time. Like, for real, like, it just oozes off of them. So people ask them that shit all the time. And he was like, nah, man, like, my wife can't, it don't matter what my wife does. Like, night before the game, or, like, it's a certain period before the game, it don't matter what the fuck she does. I can't do it. Because his game's going to be fucked up the next day. Like, if he has a game, he can't be having sex with his wife all night. It's just going to take too much out of him. His game's going to be bad. And I feel like a lot of professional athletes are disciplined. Like, a lot of them aren't. But a lot of them are like, no, I'm not going to sit up there drinking until 3 when I got a game tomorrow. Or with weed, it's a little different. But I think, like, I'm sure they already have the discipline because they're already doing it. But if it became legal for them to do it in their sport, I think they would do it responsibly, for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think motherfucker would just blaze on the way to the game.
Although there are studies that show that if you smoke cannabis before you exercise,
work out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just see that.
Yeah, I've heard of cannabis yoga.
Okay. I mean, I've been doing it for like a long ass time anyways. I was one of the innovators. No, that's a lie. I'm sure there's bitches doing it way before too.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But I don't know. Yes. So basically now,
so they're dealing with PTSD. It's already been, like, I don't know about proven, but lots of military vets use cannabis.
And it's not legal for them to use cannabis. It's another thing. Like, so sad, the benefits.
Well, I'm talking about vets, not active.
Yeah, same.
Because it fucks up their health insurance or something. I heard something like that.
It's not, and it's not accessible to them. So, like, they would still have to go out of their way. Like, what about, like...
Right. I'm thinking in California, like, oh, yeah, they could just still go get their shit.
Because also if they have it in a state where it's illegal to carry it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so easy to think in California terms where you got to think outside of California.
Yeah, man. It's a very different world. I feel.
So yeah, I feel like athletes should definitely be able to use cannabis.
Everybody should,
Yes.
just because you're an athlete, but then it also goes with the athletes and the same with soldiers too. People in the military, like you are no longer like a person. Like people in the military, like they're soldiers and we are civilians.
Mm-hmm.
There's a differentiation. So it's just sad that like when do your personal rights,
they're owned as well.
Yeah, like the same thing. It's like there's just slaves to the system. I mean, we're all slaves in one form and another.
Damn.
Like I'm slave to this weed right here. Like I just
are you?
No, I'm not. I could quit if I wanted to.
No.
I could quit if I wanted to.
That sounds like some Kanye shit. If you smoke weed every day, you're a slave to it. Hell no.
But like, no, it is definitely medicinal. And like and that's also like, people make fun of me too because when I smoke, like I take a long time to smoke. Like, like when all my roommates are up in here, like I'll go in my room, I'll chill out. Like it's like I have this whole process because it's like you said, it's like it's medicinal. It's like cliche as fuck, but it's medicinal. It's spiritual. Like I get anxiety, it riles me up, and I need to calm down, mm-hmm. and that's what I do. I just have this little ritual. So, and also it's an herb. It's a connection to the earth, and just.
So what, you want to like ground yourself and...
Yeah, it is. So it's definitely...
Yeah.
This will aid anybody.
Yeah. I'll light a blunt and not... I mean, I'll roll a blunt and not light it for like 30 minutes. Is that what you mean? Like you go in there planning on smoking, but you kind of just...
Yeah, just kind of like...
before you...
Yeah. And I feel like... when you go to take pills, it's more like, you just pop a pill and like keep going. It doesn't actually like slow you down like most people. Like when you smoke, like especially if you're gonna smoke with people, you talk, you converse, you share. It's
that's just dope.
It's a ritual. It's like church. And
do you prefer to smoke by yourself or?
I like both. Sometimes I want to. Sometimes I want to smoke for myself. Sometimes I want to smoke with people.
I like smoking by myself better, I think.
Duh.
Sometimes I get weird. Like, especially around new people, I get that weird paranoid shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, dude. So I went to Summertime in the LBC concert.
What?
And I found a blunt on the ground wrapped in hemp papers. I was like, I was walking, la la la, the crowd, like I was at the side stage, the crowd was dispersed, la la la, boing, what is that? Mm-hmm. That is not a twig from the tree up there. No, sir. So I take a step back and I look around. I'm like, is this for real? Then I look back down. Yes, it is a blunt. Mm-hmm. It is nice and fresh. No one stepped on it. It just fell.
Somebody probably had it
in their ear. Mm-hmm. Yup. Mm-hmm. Beep-diddy. Don't be putting shit in your ear. Mm-hmm. It's hot as fuck too.
That's funny.
So at first I'm like, should I just leave it there? Then I'm like, no, Judy, someone's gonna step on it and ruin it. Pick it up. So beep, pick it up. I'm like, dude, I just fucking found a blunt. Look at this. So because I went with my cousins. My one cousin had just smoked a J with her husband. She took a little hit, and then I was with my other cousin, and her husband is a cop. And after I started smoking the blunt, I realized she said that her husband wouldn't let her smoke weed, and I was like, oh, so he's probably against it. And then I took another puff.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah. I think that's what happened. I started smoking the blunt and everybody left because I'm the only stoner.
Oh, okay.
So they went, and it was hot as fuck. I was not. It was on the water, but still, like we had a heat wave, so it was hot on the water.
What day?
Saturday.
Okay. If you would have said Friday, y'all would
no.
have died.
Yeah. Although I did spend all Friday at the beach. Yeah, so anyways, I smoked the blunt, chilled. I caught the dog pound, caught evidence from dilated people, caught Method Man and Red Man. But kind of like the whole time I wanted to come home because my yard is like nice. I have a nice garden and the green grass and like the canopy above it. So I was like, man, my yard would be way sicker than this. And I already saw like Ice Cube. Like, yes, he's in Long Beach, but he's a good performer. I saw him a few years ago.
You're like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. I took my son and my brother to see how the West was won, and it had the same thing: the Dog Pound, Mac 10, Too Short, all of them, and they all give good performances, but Snoop sucks. Snoop always sucks. So, anyways, I tell my cousin I was like, let's just go, and she's like, oh, okay. And she thought that I just wanted to go, but I didn't want to have to babysit her drunk ass. And then I was like, I'd much rather.
Oh wait, so she must not have had a husband there. That was one without a husband.
Yeah, she's single.
Okay.
And so I was just like, I ain't even trying to babysit your drunk ass the rest of the night. Let me just go while you're in a good mood before you get too drunk and that kind of angry drunk where I don't want to leave, I'm gonna stay. So I was like, let's just go right now while she's in a good mood.
Right.
Then I continued getting high on my cool green grass with a nice breeze, and it was all good. Like, I guess Ice Cube had a good performance, but like I said, I've seen him like a few times, so I was okay with that. I like Wu-Tang. I like Method Man and Red Man, so it's like I saw them. I saw the Dog Pound, Mac 10,
right.
Corrupt, like all of those fools were there.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, my cousins were saying that Snoop did not have a good show. Like, he was supposed to perform all of Doggy Style, but he did not. He started like performing his own shit,
his gospel album and shit.
Yeah, he had like okay, I guess that's what it was, because they were like, he had like a band in the background, and okay, so. But it's like, dude, Snoop, like, that's like your do it. That's your side shit. But nobody came to see that shit.
And you at home too.
And that's why nobody's buying that shit, because we don't care. So quit forcing it down our throats. We came to see Doggy Style.
Yeah.
But he's like I said, he shows up late as fuck. Like, you ain't got bars like Ghostface Killer. Like, you can't. Ghostface puts out new albums all the time.
Is Ghostface there?
No, I'm just saying, like, Wu-Tang, like, right. In general, because Ghostface, like, they wait a long, like...
Oh, Redman puts on a hell of a show.
But they make you wait sometimes. You know, like, they still go on at 10, but they won't go on until, like, midnight.
Right.
Or, like, so, but, like, they even talk about it in their songs. They give hell of a performance. They put out, like, their new shit is good shit.
Okay.
Obviously, people
I heard a new Redman song.
Rocking
like 2
it.
weeks ago.
So I don't know. It's like, Snoop, please just stick to the script. Ain't nobody buying.
Grandpa.
Yeah. I mean, you might have some diehards that will buy your gospel shit because they live in that born again Christian life. They went from thug life to Christian life.
I never bothered to listen to it at all, personally. So
you might have some of those on the bandwagon, but not the rest of us. We still getting high.
And so are you, Snoop. So
yeah, don't
the
front.
Fuck out.
Okay, Snoop Lion.
What's the gospel Snoop?
Father Snoop. Reverend Snoop.
Reverend Snoop. Oh, speaking of Reverend, apparently, I don't know, what's his name? Russell Simmons, brother of Reverend, got more accusations. More accusations of rape.
Dang.
I forgot how many he's getting. He's got a number. I think it's about 11. Something stupid.
Oh, snap.
It's like at first we could believe you. Now we can't believe you. The first one, maybe we could believe you.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's that's awesome that these other girls, like with this movement, one girl will turn into
11.
Dang. I mean, it's sad that it is that many, but at least it's like aiding in the recovery process. You know, it's happened to so many women, and like, good for you if it didn't happen to you, but it has happened to so many women that it in a sense it's a relief, because now like people, like, you can lift this burden, you can say something without having people.
Well, you're still gonna have that,
like,
but at least there's strength in numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm too high. Like, and that's another thing about weed, is that I have been smoking these 2 strains, and I switched it up to a 3rd strain. And so this is, I don't even know what this is. All indicas, of course. I think this is an OG. And I'm high as fuck.
Oh, so that shit been having you twisted.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
The other ones, like, you know, it kind of gets to a point where it's more like CBD.
Okay.
You know, when you smoke the same strain too long.
Yeah, I never do that. I switch.
Yeah, well, once in a while, like, I'll misplace a jar. I leave one somewhere, or if I'm running low.
Yeah, I always switch. Even like, I'll have like 4 different kinds, and I'll like switch up each time I smoke. Like, I don't smoke the same. Like, if I smoke a blunt earlier or something earlier, I'm gonna switch it up to something else, to a different strain later. And then when I go buy, I'm also gonna buy mostly the different strains too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this had just got, like, I just got into a habit where I just had the 2 jars in front, and I kept switching, so I had to bring the one from the back up front. It's like, there you are, boo, I see you. And I had the brilliant idea of putting my vitamins, like, next to my weed, so that way I remember to take them every day. Like, boom. How am I going to remember to take it? Like, it's hard. If I put it next to the greens, I always remember that.
That's funny. Oh, shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you have a hard time popping your supplements, I take biotin, like, for building collagen in your own body, and milk thistle, so help cleanse my liver. But you gotta take milk thistle kind of often. So if I just leave it with my stash, and I'll see it more often. So this is the BFF, Beer Friends Forever. Now this is a collabo by Stone Brewing and Pizza Port.
Oh.
I love Pizza Port. And you really can't go wrong with Stone.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you want to get fucked up. That amalgamator, damn, that's just strong.
So have you ever had this before?
I have had this.
Okay. Just the aroma of it by itself is tasty. I like how they called it Beer Friends Forever, since it's a collab. That's pretty cool.
And the back has a stamp. I guess it's Beer Buddies Project. I don't know what that is, but that's dope, I guess. And I guess that is something about beers. Like, a lot of breweries, like, reach out and do collaborations with each other.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's really neat in the industry. So this one was brewed and canned at Pizza Port in Carlsbad.
Nice.
I like that Pizza Port.
Quite tasty.
So what do you think? Is it bitter to you?
It does have a lot. It is very bitter, actually. But it has so much other flavors. Like, the other flavors hit me before the bitters last.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like creamy to me. Like a weird, it's like creamy, but like thick. It's robust. That's pretty good.
Would you say citrusy?
Yeah.
So did you see the pictures of that girl? That LaShawn McCoy? Did you see that?
Oh. Yeah, I saw one picture of her. Face is fucked up.
So it doesn't matter if she was pretty, but she was beautiful. And then to see that next picture, So the plot twist. So her best friend is the one that posted this on Instagram, saying like, "Look at my best friend. This picture was taken of her yesterday. Now look at her today." And today was like the busted photo. And she was like, "Oh, he beats his dogs. He beats his kids, and now he's beating on her or whatever." So then, the next day, their side of the story, I don't know who put this out, if it's him or what. "Oh no, we had an intruder in the house and the intruder did this to her." Really? So like my best friend's just gonna go put out on Instagram some whole story. My best friend knows what happened. Sorry. It wasn't no damn intruders. You beat her ass.
His Wikipedia says LaShawn Kamel McCoy, also known as Shady, quote unquote, is an American football.
I wouldn't say I was a fan of his, but I liked watching him play football.
Dang, that's messed up.
And it's like, hey, I mean, like, nope. I'm definitely not giving anybody any excuses, but PTSD. Or what's the other thing? Not even the PTSD. What's the shit they have? That brain injury shit. You know what I'm talking about? This new shit they're just now learning about. Like all this brain damage in football players, boxers.
Like punch drunk? Like nervous system damage?
Brain damage.
Brain damage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm talking about? There's a name for it. They just now started talking about it recently. Will Smith did the movie about it like a few years ago.
Concussion?
It's worse than it's like from having multiple concussions. Just look up like brain injuries common in NFL. Junior Seau had it. It's causing them to commit suicide. It's causing them to be violent. It's causing them to be forgetful. It's causing them to have like Alzheimer's type symptoms.
CTE.
Oh, fuck. Why does that shit just come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, CTE.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Encephalopathy. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
So like I said, I'm not trying to give this man an excuse, but that is going on with these guys as well.
Yeah. It was formerly believed to exist primarily among boxers.
Remember Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
He was just sitting up there like, I mean, he had Parkinson's too, but he'd be sitting up there like looking like out of space.
Yeah. And probably he was so heavily medicated too. Early onset Alzheimer's. Dude, so I made friends with this lady who, like, she seemed kind of cool. We hung out one time, and if she was cool, we hung out another time. She was cool. Like, she had a little bit of drama. I'm not sure. Like, she kind of has, like, a little bit of drama going on with her, like, little incidences that pop up. So I'm on the fence. Like, I don't know if she's cool, like, if she's on the level, or if she's just kind of, like, dramatic, needy.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, how do you know she has incidents? Sorry.
Just, we met through mutual people.
Okay.
And now she's having, like...
drama over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like... And when what she tells me, it's kind of like... She went out of her way to, like... It's like, dude, just let people be,
okay.
You know? Especially just meeting people, you know? So... I don't know if that's just how she is, if she always has incidences, or maybe this was just a bad run and she's cool. So anyways, I have to go out of my way to hang out with her again because I left my jacket in her car last time. Oh my God.
No, you don't. You just be like, yes. I pick up my jacket.
But she wants to kick it. And I'm so, like, I don't want her.
Just leave her fast. Oh, take it from me.
No, I have to see her. No, I can't. Like, she won't. I don't know where she lives. I just met her.
But you can still go pick it up.
How am I going to get it if I don't know her address?
Do you have her number to text her?
Yes. And I know, I just told you, like...
Oh, you feel like we have to hang out for you to get it instead of just going to pick it up?
Yes, although she's not going to give me her address. I already know how this is going to
Oh, so just say, can I meet you somewhere? And then be like, I gotta go.
Because I texted her twice. Like, I could always just pick it up. Like, it's like, and then she's like, oh no, we'll hang out at this place. That didn't fall through. Okay, we made plans. I was like, or I could just pick it up.
Okay.
Oh no, let's do this. So tomorrow, I'm supposed to have lunch with her. I have that jacket for over 15 years. It's...
You're like, I want my goddamn jacket.
Yeah, like, it's like, has sentimental value at this point.
Okay. I was going to ask that. Like, can't you just let the jacket go? Nope.
No, I need the jacket back. And I have pins on that jacket, too, and I like those pins. And I had just got a Starbucks cup, and my Starbucks cup was with the jacket. And she didn't mention the cup last time, so she doesn't have my cup. I'm going to be fucking pissed. And then I'll cut her out. But at the same time...
I don't have to hang out with her to get my shit. That's how I feel. Me personally.
Well, you wouldn't even have been caught in this situation anyway. Like, let's just be honest.
Maybe, yeah.
But I really feel like she could go psycho, and I don't want her to go psycho because, like I said, I really want this jacket. But at the same time, like, she's not an asshole. She's always been nice to me, and I really wouldn't mind, like...
They said, wait, mutual friends?
Yeah.
Get your friend to get the jacket back.
No, she burned that bridge.
Oh.
So it would be very easy for her to burn my bridge, and I never see my jacket back.
Okay.
And she'll probably be like, I don't want to see it.
Damn. So then, okay, so I would try as soon as possible to get my jacket back. Like, the more time goes.
Yeah, and see, I did, dude. I did. This is like gonna be the 5th week, maybe.
That your jacket's been on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. If I okay, so let's see. I'll probably meet up, and then just act like I gotta go real quick. Well, I'll be like 10 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave.
Oh no. I already set it up that way. She already knows that I have an appointment after that, so that's how I could just. Yeah. That's why I said, yeah, we'll just meet for lunch.
I won't even go for.
She's gonna come to me. So, like I said, like, why would I mind going to lunch? I like to do things.
Cheap ass batteries.
Did they die? Okay. Well, thank you for listening to Mixed Greens. I think we're done here. I'm gonna just continue to enjoy this beer. Probably less talking and more smoking.
Wow. Okay. Remind me never to use those batteries. Duracell only.
And next time we won't use cheap batteries.
Yep.
So until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Peace.
Namaste.
Mixed greens, don't judge me. It's not what it seems. Mixed greens, mixed greens.